By failing to prepare, you only prepare to fail. Guys, we're about to have one of our chats. Welcome back to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, everyone. All my free thinkers. That place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. Now, guys, we got a lot of new subscribers here, and I want to welcome everyone. And I want you to come on in, because here we really do concentrate on growing rich and growing happy. And what I want to talk about today more than anything is the goal that everyone is going for. You may not know it. Some of you might not be going for crypto riches, but you might end up there. And a lot of you, it's okay to dream. I know you're dreaming about making those crypto riches. But what are you going to do once you get there? That's what this episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy is about. What to do when your dream of having no more financial problems is a reality. And the reason I want to talk about that because this plays into your mental health, big time into your mental health. I didn't used to be big on planning, but I am super big on planning, writing my goals down, and chipping away until I can put a checkbox in those goals. I don't feel like the time to make all these elaborate plans is once you just happen to become successful. I believe success is intentional. There's no there's a statistic out there about lottery winners. And when they win the lottery, I can't remember if it's two-thirds or what. I believe it might be two-thirds. I'm gonna flash it up here on the screen. But like two-thirds of lottery winners go broke within the first 3 to 4 years. Why? Because they're spending reckless. But I say it's more than that. I say it's because they never planned on being rich. They never even thought that far out. We're here on Grow Rich, Grow Happy, guys. We do think that far out because we're trying to get that generational wealth. And I'm taking one step further. If you listen to me, you write your goals down, and you visualize those goals, you're going to get it. So we're going to kick this off, guys, and I'm going to tell you what to do once you have it. Because we are already here, and I cover a lot of crypto on this channel, and I try to give you guys the tools to make your dreams happen, and it doesn't take a lot of money. It takes some money, though, in the beginning. But if you work at it and you just take things in chunks, little bite-sized chunks, you too will get your crypto success. But the first thing you want to do, guys, once let's just fast forward to the end of 2025 and you're crypto rich or you're crypto just buku money. Maybe not rich, but you're well off. Excuse me. What do? Number one, you want to secure that. You want to have that money in either a stable coin, something that's pegged to the dollar like Tether, or it may be the XRP token that's coming there, stable token, and or a Bitcoin. I always say there's nothing wrong with parking your money in Bitcoin. However, that's the store of value. So I say put it in a stable coin, and then you can decide from there if I want to park some in Bitcoin or if I want to move some over to my bank. You notice I didn't say spend anything. I'm saying park it. Once you've gotten it off of these coins that are probably by now starting to head back down. You want to do that. And then number two, most important, guys. Don't want nobody going to jail. You want to figure out how much you owe in taxes. Now, that's up to you, how you figure that out. There's all kind of tax people out there. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully by then, more tax people will be a little bit more knowledgeable on how to do crypto taxes. There are websites and different things you can go on, and I want to say CoinDesk has one too, but I might flash it up on the screen if I can find some information on that. But you need to figure out how much you owe in taxes depending on where you live and what country you live in. That's number two. Easy peasy. Most important things out the way. Next important thing, guys, keep your mouth shut. You have to keep your mouth shut. Excuse me. Let me take a drink right quick. Keep your mouth shut. I know you're going to want to go screaming to the rooftops, but my suggestion to you, don't tell anybody. Don't tell any friends. Don't tell any family. Is most important. Keep your mouth shut. You don't want to go burning bridges, making people mad. You don't want to go telling your boss to F off either. Keep your mouth shut. And from there, then once the dust is settled, you've paid your taxes and all of that, you have your money parked in a nice spot. Then from there, what you want to do, you want to move on to paying off all your debt. The reason you want to pay off your debt. Now, seeing all this money come in is one thing. One of the hardest things about seeing a lot of money come into your account is letting it go on bills and debt that you've accumulated. I know it's hard. So sometimes people might be tempted to just pay a little bit. I'll get a little bit out of debt and I'll keep this, I just keep a little bit. I say pay it all. If you pay off all of your debt, these are recurring bills that you don't have to worry about, which protects your wealth. You have to worry about the interest rates and different things. Depending on how much money you make, if you're crypto rich, pay off your house. I hear people saying don't do it. You don't want to pay off your house. I say pay your house off. So the only thing you have to pay after that is pay your taxes, because the house is really never yours. And we can go back and forth on this, but try paying your house off and then not paying your taxes and watch how fast your house get taken away. So I say just pay your house off, and then all you have to pay is your annual taxes. Then guess what? You get the rest easy, because you never have to worry about anyone removing that roof from over your head. So that is most important. Next thing, guys, hope you're with me still. Do not go splurging on a bunch of unnecessary items. I know I joke all the time about one of the first things I'm going to do. I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy a camel. Some of you have not seen this. I'm going to flash it on the screen. But I always say, yeah, I'm just going to go buy a camel and I'm going to ride up and down the street. And just because I can. I'm joking. I always talk about getting the Lambo, regardless where you live, putting that Lambo out there in the driveway. Not going to do that either. You don't want to do any of that. For one, it's going to draw attention. A lot of people might be sitting there looking at me right now and saying, a camel? I'm not buying no damn camel. You might end up with an elephant. I'm trying to tell you, the more money you have, you'll be surprised at the ridiculousness that you will go out and spend. Have you ever had buyer's remorse? Just imagine. Imagine having buyer's remorse to the 20th or 30th power. You're sitting up in there with an elephant in your backyard wondering how the hell did we get here? I joke, but I'm so serious. You could end up with a lot of things that you don't really need, and you will be surprised what you would buy just because you can. Now, here's the other thing. And this is the important, and I've made a list because, again, this is I keep a journal, and I keep a lot of affirmations. I don't know if you guys can tell already, but these are things I like to share with my community because you all are near and dear to my heart, and I want everyone here to succeed. Here's the most important thing, and if you take it from me, you should be doing this now. When you get all this money, if having all this money don't give you a heart attack. Once you get all this money, in all seriousness, you want to go get a checkup. A lot of people out there that's fortunate enough might be saying, I get a checkup all the time. If I even sneeze wrong, I go get a checkup. Well, the truth is, a lot of people don't. I get checkups all the time too, but a lot of people don't, and because of that, they have these underlying health conditions that they don't know about. So you want to make sure that now that you got this money, you can live long enough to spend it. long enough to enjoy it with your family. You worked hard for this. You invested for this very thing here. Last thing you want to do is check out of here before your time. So you want to do that. You want to go get a checkup. You want to start doing things because, well, here's the thing: not having money, a lot of habits form, and you just don't even realize it. Like the stress of money can have you not even taking good care of yourself. You don't exercise, and you don't have to go all out in the weight room or any of that, but just take a brisk walk. Start meditating. Take a spinning class or something like that. Um, the stress of not having money have you eating poor because guess what? When you ain't got that much money, all the bad things are cheap. So now that you can afford to make wiser choices. Trust me, you need to do that. And when you make these wiser choices, you're going to it's going to show and you're going to just live a better life. What I say, I always make it a point. I exercise a lot even more now that I work for myself. But I have a long history of working out. And the reason I work out now is because I want to live as long as I possibly can. I work hard. I want to see the smiles on my family face with the successes that's coming our way. So I make it a point to try to eat better, work out daily, and actually meditate. I actually meditate, and I meditate in VR, believe it or not. I could take you through that. But so these are the things I do, and I'm telling you guys, if you start eating better, exercise, getting some alone time to just be with yourself, meditate maybe, or just sit still for a while, it does wonders for your life and it adds numbers to days to your life. So you want to make sure you guys do that. And here's one of the things that I always say is most important, and I do this a lot. Guys, don't wait until you get a bunch of money to say, I'm going to run out and I'm going to start a business. Or, not only am I going to run out and do that, I am going to go quit my job. Don't do that. Don't quit your job. I don't care if you got a bunch of money. If when you do make these crypto riches, like I know you can, regardless you make it this bull run or somewhere down the line, take it from me. The last thing you want to do is go quit your job. When I left my job knowing that I had other things I was going to do. I left my job knowing I was going to start a podcast, which I have a podcast, but I put it on hold for YouTube. So I work on the business. This is my business, but this ain't my first rodeo with a business. I've had businesses in the past. This is just one now that's more along the lines of my calling. So it's a lot different than those before. So I have something to do on a daily basis. And I think naturally, when you've been working a long time as a human being, first thing you say, I can't wait to retire so I can sit around and just watch Netflix or just do whatever I want. Telling you, that gets old. It will get old, and before you know it, you're just sitting there staring at the dog, and your dog staring back. So I always tell people, have a plan, else you plan to fail. Know what you're going to do. It doesn't have to be, elaborate. I talk to people all the time and say, "Oh, I got enough projects around the house that's going to keep me busy." No, it's not. Trust me, they're not going to keep you busy. And for those of you that feel like I'm just going to go travel, I'm going to travel. You're gonna come back. What I say is life, a true, fruitful life, needs purpose. It needs purpose. Maybe it's just me. No passion, no purpose. I just feel like if you have a purpose, like right now, a lot of you have a purpose, and you may not even like your purpose. Right now, you feel like my purpose is I'm just getting up and going to work, and I hate this shit. Well, decide what your next life is going to be like when you leave. And then, you continue going about your business because you remember nobody at work knows that you are crypto rich now. They don't know it. So you're quiet. You're quiet. You're going about your business. You're staying humble. You're humble. And then just knowing that you can get up and you can leave whenever you get ready, it's going to take a lot of stress off you. But once you figure out, once you've sat down with your family, or maybe it's just you, or if you do, fortunate enough, do have a family, sit down, talk it around, talk it with your wife or your husband. You know, before I left my job, I talked it over. We talked it over. Okay, this is the plan. This is what I'm going to do. And I stuck to that. And you have to stick to it. I say get a vision board. But if you do this, knowing that you have these crypto riches in the back, you don't risk just losing your damn mind, just losing your mind and feeling like, I don't know what to do with myself. Because I'm telling you something, if you don't have purpose, you're going to run through that money faster than you know. You're going to run through it. Now, for those of you that, and I think this is super important, you need a way to keep your money. You remember how I told you guys I invest in ICP, internet computer, because I love the staking and it's going to give those rewards. I'm never going to touch the principal and I protect me from me. It's a reason I said that. Here's the reason. Now, a lot of people get on me sometimes. They say, why you just don't use Water Neuron, where you can stake all of this money that you have staked, but you can just pull it all out any given second. I don't like that. I don't like that because I'm human. I'm human. And what constitutes an emergency in my eyes might not really be an emergency. It really might not. So I like it better on NNS because I can keep it staked there and I'm protected from me. Give you an example. You got kids. I believe that you should start a trust because money is not just going to turn your life upside down. It's going to turn your family's life upside down. It is going to turn your kids' life upside down just because they have money now. If you get them a trust, if you're looking to getting them a trust, then they can get an allowance without ever touching the base investment that you put in. That's how you protect them from from themselves. That's how you protect the money. So when I look at ICP, that's why I took that route where I'm getting a paid constantly from ICP without touching that principal. 8-year game. So that's one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about as well. Here's the other thing, the most important. This is really, really important. Do not become a venture capitalist or angel investor to your friends, your families, every Dick and Harry who has a business or wants a loan. You have to avoid doing that. It might bruise some egos. This is why you have to keep your mouth shut. The reason you're not going to do that, and I'm not saying it is something wrong with it because here's the thing. Money will break a relationship faster than a disagreement. I say that again. Money will break a relationship faster than a disagreement. So the last thing you want to do is feel bad and give somebody tens of thousands of dollars for someone that's going to try to reinvent the wheel and say, hey, cuz, or hey, family member, or hey, friend, I have a pet rock idea over here. Let me get $10,000 so I can keep it moving and I can be like you. No, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that because remember, you worked hard for this. They may not want to hear that, but I'm just spitting the facts. And I'm at a point in my life, and I've always been at this point, where I'm just gonna tell you the real. The low down, dirty real. Now, if you got with me this far, smash that like button. Smash that like button. Show me you with me because this next part is super easy, guys. What I want to hear from you guys is what is the first thing you're going to do with your crypto riches? What is the first thing you're going to do? Let me know. For those of you who follow me all the way through this entire video, I want you to think about some of the things I said. Maybe adopt them to yourself. Maybe add something. But I'm going to make it easy for you. After you've paid your taxes, after you've paid off all of your debt, what's your dream? What are you going for? Why are you in crypto right now? Everyone's in crypto for a different reason. I like the freedom of it. I love the freedom of cryptocurrency and the freedom that it offers. The freedom. Why are you in it? Let me know down below, guys. Again, I love each and every one of you guys. The only reason I make videos like this, because I know at the end of the day is this is bigger than money. This is bigger than crypto. This is bigger than all of that. It's about our mental health, but I also know that I come on here and I tell you that we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. But I do understand not everyone is going to be able to create that wealth unless they truly understand and get their financial literacy up. And for and I say start now. You need to start studying these things and figuring out what you're going to do with your money before you get it. It's not about when you get it. You need to figure out your plans before you get it. And then now you've just taken the statistics up of saying that you're going to keep it. You do not be like these athletes, do not be like these entertainers, and damn sure don't be like these lottery winners out here, guys. We're better than that. This community is better than that, and we know how to think for ourselves. To the next one, guys. I love you all. I'm out.